There are 1,001 different ways to make money online right now. And you're probably trying to figure out which one works best for you and you want to be a millionaire as soon as possible. And I'm here to help you understand that there is a model that you can get into that will help you get there as soon as possible, because this is one I've been in for multiple different years. And in case you don't know who I am, my name is Palmer Joseph. I've been in the online digital space for nearly a decade now. And as proof of that, there is an award in the background there by ClickFunnels, having been awarded and verified to have made over 8 figures online. To this date, there's about $14.2 million in the business. And I'm here to help you understand that anyone can do this, because what this revolves around, and a model that I want to help you understand, having tried so many different ones such as eBay, Shopify dropshipping, affiliate marketing, the list goes on. I can tell you the best one to this date, and you probably see a lot online everywhere as well, is that you have to build an online education space. Because the reason behind that is it's extremely easy and it's a low barrier entry, and that anyone can do it. Because if you really take a step back, the best way for you to actually generate income is by utilizing what you already have. This is much the same way as thinking of yourself as like a consultant, because that is basically what you're doing. You're helping other people get from their current situation to the desired situation. And the bigger the problem that you're solving for them, the more money you can make. And that is why selling your knowledge, selling your expertise, your experience is something that is very lucrative for anyone. Okay. So I want to help you understand how you can actually go and progress, do this yourself, because this whole channel is just dedicated to helping my old self understand how I can progress through this journey, this path, maybe the one that you're on yourself as well. Because like I said, it all really just boils down to understanding what you are good at, because let's face it, each and every single one of us is good at something. And you just got to figure out which one is best for you. Because over the last few years, I work with a bunch of different clients already, and I do know people personally in the online space that are actually making way more than I am. And they do it all around just helping others get better at something. So I've had clients in like the copywriting space, playing guitar, sales, AI. But the biggest caveat, the biggest misconception that people have right now is thinking that they can get into something that they believe is trendy. So the biggest example I can think of right now is AI. So with AI, a lot of people think that since it's so hot, it's such a booming topic that they can get into and they can make a lot of money right away. If you do know and have experience in it, you can definitely do that. And I'm here to tell you right now, I did myself try this out for a little point in time, for a few months, and I can tell you right now that it is hard, okay? Because I myself don't have any coding experience. I don't know how to program. I don't know how to do any of that. And even though that social media and especially YouTube say that you need to have no code experience and all that kind of jazz, you definitely need to understand how to put together logic and how to build these automations to some extent. Because if you don't know how to do that, it's just going to be extremely hard for you. And that's why there's so many people that I've seen come into the space and lose a bunch of time, lose a bunch of resources, and lose a bunch of money because they don't really have the knowledge behind it. So for the person that actually helped out with AI, they actually came from the tech industry. They actually knew how to build automations. They actually knew how to read JavaScript. They actually knew how to code. They actually knew how to program. Having that type of experience behind you and under your belt already is very helpful for you to actually progress. So I really want to help you understand that don't just get into something because you think it's trendy, because that is the fastest way to get yourself shot in the foot. So since I do come from the make money online space, I do work with a lot of people, especially when it comes to making money online. And I have a lot of clients in the sales training or sales experience niche. And the reason for that is if you really take a step back as well, more and more people are coming into this space because they do see the potential of actually selling knowledge online. And that is why you see this massive boom, because education in itself, like the traditional one with school and university, is just dying. And people are starting to realize just it doesn't work. It doesn't matter how much money you spend or how much subjects you go into college, university, is just not worth your while, because more and more people are just becoming broke. It's not really getting them anywhere. The safe path is just not actually providing them the success that you truly want. So the reason why I brought up the sales experience is that you have to understand that we all are just here to teach someone that is kind of behind us. So think of it this way. In a spectrum of 1 to 10, 1 being you're a complete beginner, you have no idea what you're doing, you're completely green, to 10 being you know everything about that topic, all you got to do is find and help people behind you. So in this example, let's just say you are a sales trainer and you are, let's say, at a level 5 or stage 5. What you're trying to do is help someone behind you, maybe at stage 1, 2, 3, or 4, get to where you are currently at 5. And you can charge for that amount and that value that you can actually provide to them to get to 5. But if you're trying to help someone and you're at 5 and you're trying to help someone get to 10, you don't actually have the experience or knowledge or results for that, you're only going to shoot yourself in the foot, and that's just going to be the fast way to burn yourself really bad. So as you progress and as you get better and better, as you get more results for people, as you get like more testimonials or whatever the case is, as you just basically evolve and improve yourself, you definitely can start to charge more money. And behind all that working in the background, you do have systems involved. So you can have a system to bring in traffic. You can have systems for your sales. You can have systems for your delivery. You have systems for everything. Because every single business out there in the world right now uses systems. And without systems, you're basically just doing everything in itself. So I'm not here to blend AI into this, because AI does play a little bit of a role. But at the end of the day, just understanding how you can automate a bunch of your processes is very helpful for you. What I'm trying to help you understand is right now is that once you actually realize what stage you're at, you can build some sort of offer, some sort of product around that knowledge you already have. So let's just say if you stick to the sales example earlier and you're at stage 5, you can build out potentially maybe even a webinar or even like a VSL to sell to people behind you. Because as time progresses, you'll have more and more people actually come in, learn from you because they see the potential that you can provide to them, and they'll actually pay you money to get to the level that you're currently at, right? Then along with that, the value that you provide will dictate how much you can actually charge in terms of pricing. Because you can't charge someone $10,000 and your product or value that's provided to them is like worth $2,000. That just will not make sense. Because I'll give you guys an example from our business. Having built this with a business partner and a team, because you definitely need people behind you on the same path to generate that kind of money. We started out very, very small. And the very first price point was at $500. Then progressively went up to $800, $1,000, $2,000, $3,500, $4,800, $5,800, and all the way up to $7,900. That didn't happen overnight. So what a lot of people think about getting into this space right off the bat is that they have to charge something really, really high. And I'm here to tell you right now that you don't have to do that. All you want to do is just to generate some income for yourself. Even though if it's like $500, sure, it sounds very small in comparison to other people that are charging like $5,000, $10,000. But at the end of the day, even just getting a small amount of income for yourself helps boost your self-esteem, your confidence to actually get further ahead, to generate more results for other people, where it will slowly, gradually get you to the point where you actually start charging more, where you actually make more money. Because a lot of people right now are so consumed by the fact that they can actually start making money as fast as possible, and they want to get to $1 million as soon as possible. And I'm here to tell you that you definitely can, but it's going to take some time. The results are guaranteed, but the timing is not. So as you progress, you get better. So what I'm helping you understand is that once you find out what specific niche or problem you're trying to solve for people, understand how you can actually price it, understand the value you provide, looking through people that are in the same niche as you and understanding what they provide as well will help you understand how you can dictate your price as you progress. Because if you're comparing yourself to someone that's already like at, let's say, for weird analogies, they're like chapter 200 and you're only starting at chapter 1, you can't make that jump so far because they'd probably be in business so much further. And throughout the years, this is what I've seen as well when people are trying to copy our offer. Because we were already at like chapter 200 because we've been doing this for many, many years, and they're just slowly coming to the space thinking that they can compete against someone's already way further ahead of them. So what you want to do, if you really want to start making and generating some income for yourself, is just focus on people just slightly ahead of you and try to catch up to them and work your way back and helping the people behind you. That's the best way you can actually start making some money for yourself, because getting and making that big jump ahead of someone else is just the fastest way to get burnt. And believe me, this comes from real experience as well. This is what we tried as well. And this is how we progressed throughout our journey in our lifespan to actually get to 8 figures that we are today. Now, if you are someone that actually wants to learn how to do this for yourself, maybe you are currently at stage 1 to maybe like 8, and you want to get to like 9, because I will never peg myself at a 10 because I'm always learning, I'm always evolving, I'm always improving. I will never think I'm at a 10, but I'll probably say I'm currently at an 8 right now when it comes to the online education space. And if you want to get to that point, I'd love to help you out. completely free of charge. All you gotta do is click on the link in the description down below. I'll help you out. Let's just have a quick chat and just see how I can solve some issues for you. Maybe it just comes down to how your marketing message is, because it all just boils down to the fact that everything has to be properly optimized and trialed and errored and tested to get to the point to see which one actually works for you. Because throughout our lifetime in the business, having spent like literally over 6 figures with like the biggest and best names in the space right now, like some people such as like Alex Becker, Cole Gordon, Sam Ovens, we worked with a lot of them. And in order for us to get to this point that we are today, we had to learn from people who are already further ahead of us. Because doing it all by ourselves, there are things that we just don't know. And because of that fact, we will never get and progress into a different realm or a different success level without actually learning things that we just didn't know. Because it really just boils all down to that. So if that's something you're interested in, more than happy to have a chat with you. All you gotta do, click the link in the description down below. I'll walk you through it. That's completely fine. Now, needless to say, I'm gonna be progressing into the channel a little bit further into each different pathways that I've gone to, because I've gone from a webinar into a VSL and all the things in between. And that is kind of like how we got to the 8-figure mark. So if that's something you want to do, take a moment to subscribe channel. But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.